Let's stop pretending. The bench is not a place for gods, but that's what we've allowed it to become. They can abuse their power, violate ethics, and manipulate truth, and we pay the price. We pay for the appeal. We pay for the lawyers. We pay with our lives, our freedom, our hope, and when it all falls apart, they walk away untouched. This is not a justice system. It's a fortress for the ruling class. It does not need reform. It needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. Imagine a judicial branch where money has no influence, where judges are selected for character, not connection, where cases are decided not by precedent or politics, but by clarity, evidence, and compassion. A system where the process of law serves the people and not the powerful. That vision is not utopian. It's overdue. The problem is not that we ask for too much. The problem is that we've been asking the wrong people. You don't go to a liar for truth. You don't go to a narcissist for fairness. And you don't go to a system built to protect power and ask it to give you justice. That's not bold. That's just stupid. It's time we stop pretending that immorality can be negotiated with. Immorality does not respond to warnings. It responds to consequence. And the judicial branch, as it stands, must be held to consequence, because until the courts fear the people more than they fear the ruling class, they will never serve us. And justice will remain a fantasy that we pay to believe in. The legislative branch. The legislative branch is supposed to be the voice of the people. It's supposed to translate the will of the collective into law. In theory, it is the sacred mechanism by which the many shape the structure that governs us. But in practice, in America, it is where self-interest becomes institutionalized and masquerades as representation. This is the body that writes the rules, and like every rule-making body in human history, it's always served the ruling class first. Let's start with the obvious. If the founding fathers were white supremacists, misogynists, and colonizers, then the original legislative body they created was never intended to reflect the whole of society. It was created to reflect themselves, their land, their wealth, their power, their fears. And those fears of women, of blackness, of poverty, of the unknown became law. It wasn't just that these men lacked vision, it's that they refused the vision. They could imagine revolutions and declarations and dreams of freedom, but only for themselves, so they built a legislative branch that could create structure, but not transformation. It could draft taxes and tariffs, but it couldn't write dignity into the bones of the country. And 250 years later, we're stuck. We're still stuck in that same rot. Congress is not the voice of the people. It's the echo chamber of the elite. It's where corporate lobbyists whisper into the ears of senators while communities drown. It's where bills are written not by moral clarity, but by the legal teams paid to create loopholes. It's where democracy goes to be performed, not lived. The environment of Congress is not one of truth, service, or awakening. It is a room full of bodies who long ago traded visions for votes. It is performance, a ceremony of language where action is delayed, truth is softened, and every moment is a calculation. And yet, we pretend they speak for us.